Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones. So in the last episode we recruited a new companion, the Outsider, and then we also learned a little bit about the Cthulhu statuette. We looked around the French Hill some more, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We still have to find a way to the other side of this wall here, to the Miskatonic University. And we haven't found a way there yet, so maybe we can find something in this episode, hopefully. So, without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game here. Oh, and we also had a rest here as well at this bonfire thingy. So we learned more about resting in this game. Very cool system. Reminds me of Pathfinder Kingmaker. The iconic gates of this institution of higher learning lie in ruins. The way is impassable for now. For now, you say. Can we clear the way any other way? Or are we have to find another way in? Maybe if we talk to some of these... I guess that leads us to outside of the town. Did you say this must be my lucky day? Oh. Again with the earthquakes. Well, let's talk to this fella, if I can. Does it look like I can at the moment? For some reason. How about you, good sir? Yeah, he's coughing. How about you, good sir? Typical Arkham resident? Would like to ask you something? Okay, nothing new here. Leave me alone, sir. Life is hard enough without a bunch of foolish questions. Okay, fine, be like that. So, why can't I talk to you? Maybe it's a bug. Possibly. How many cigarettes do I have again? 95. Not a lot. Not a lot. I just wanna check. Can I craft anything? We still need some alcohol, textile, for Molotov cocktails, survivor's knife, mystery meat, salt. Okay. How about these hobos here? Mob blew up the gates to keep it inside. To keep what inside? Rat Shack's asking for some junk. We can feel it moving. Yeah, we all can. What about you, good sir? You see a scruffy man dressed in grimy garments. As you approach, you are irritated by the rancid alcoholic stench of his sweat. The swollen syringe marks on his arms further demonstrate the extent of his addiction. A drug addict. Great. As your shadow falls over the unkempt and emaciated rummy, he scarcely opens one eyelid, as if he had been anticipating a visitor. Deliriously, Gwen, is that you? Takes a moment to realize that you are not who he expected. Ah, shoot. Putting your hand on his shoulder. Are you alright, pal? Hello, sir. I just wanted to indicate that I also smell like a gas station toilet from time to time. Go filth. Let's not be that rude. So are you alright, pal? Baffled, he shrugs. Who's asking? The drill sergeant? Phew, sod off. Sergeant? Interesting guess. Did you serve in the army? What are you, a copper? The last time I checked, the mob burned down the goddamn police station. He shucks his moonshine and spits. They won't tolerate a snoop around this part, so up yours, mister. Pardon me for saying it, but you don't look very good. Alright then, rot in the gutter and wallow in your pathetic habits. Well, pardon me for saying it, but you don't look very good. I don't need no help. I'm well aware of that, of what Richter's dope does to a healthy person. Do I look like I give a damn? Mentioning the pharmacist's name seems to have given him an idea. Speaking of Richter, what about him? Maybe you could bring me a shot of his morphine, if you insist on bantering with these pathetic ways of a soldier. So you really are a soldier. That's not the kind of aid I had in mind. You need rehabilitation, not Richter's damn poison. If it will get you to talk about your problems, here you go. Give him the shot of morphine. Okay, so we actually do have some stuff with us. Well, I just don't have a shot of morphine with me. No way, out of question. Well, were you really a soldier? Casting his eyes down in shame. Unfortunately, I was. Private Parsons of the 181st National Guard Infantry Regiment. Shows his military identity tag. Surprised, huh? I certainly don't look the part, all right. So much for the patriot in me. So nice to meet you, Private. So what happened? Did you receive a dishonorable discharge? Not really, but I certainly would if ever set foot on the base ever again. Any news on that shot of morphine? You know what, let's give him the morphine. Ah yes, takes a deep breath and exhales slowly. It all began after I met Gwen Robin, my former, you know. Being a poor cobbler's son, I was obligated to put bread on the table, and that's why I joined the guard, for the extra paycheck. Hailing from an even poorer Arkham family, Gwen was working as a wireless operator at the base. Boy, phew, she had it. Blonde, nice figure, with teary eyes. Oh, how I miss our little escapades. But everything went to hell when she had to quit her job due to some family issue back home. I was shaken and broken, but had to continue with my training, knowing not that the worst was yet to come. The Black Day, I would imagine. Then the footsteps of the apocalypse. Case of mass hysteria, arson, mass murders, power shortages, you name it. National Guard was called to activate duty and I was stuck being a full-time soldier. Licks his lips. As I was getting to the end of my rope physically, Gwen's last letter proved to be the final blow. She said he had to break up, that she couldn't never see me again. No reason nor explanation. Nothing. He struggles to continue. The old Jeremy Parsons died then and there, but despite the profound sadness, I felt I forced myself to see her again one last time. So I just escaped the base by hiding inside an Arkham-bound logistics truck. That is what it means to be human. We are social creatures. The lonelier we are, the more desperate we get. No need to fuss over such an insignificant sentimental attachment. Nothing good ever lasts. Owl. What is it? We are howling. So you went to Arkham. What happened next? So what happened next? I did, and for that I will never forgive myself. I'm a scoundrel for turning my back on the proud institution of our forefathers who fought the Empire. How can I betray the legacy of the Minutemen? So you will aspire to be a freedom fighter after all? With a bitter heart. I could, if only we still had a country to protect. After coming to Arkham, I quickly realized that I had to avoid detection, so I disguised myself in civilian clothing and buried my uniform somewhere. Then I went straight to Gwen's address. There was nobody in the house. Even the coffee cups were on the table, but they were gone. It's as if they vanished, or never even existed at all. I lost track of her ever since. I asked around, but only met hostility and apathy. Oh, what a short-sighted fool I have been. Hangs his head in shame. I'm sorry about that, Jeremy. We're all We have all experienced bitter loss. Still do. I hope you find her someday. I can't come up with a valid reason why I wasted these minutes listening to your mundane story. Goodbye. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeremy. You seem like a good man. Here, hands you a picture of a blonde woman. This is Gwen. If you ask around for her, will you ask around for her even? Maybe you can do better than I did. Sure, I'll do my best. I'm not sure if I can help you with that. Too many people have gone missing. Maybe it's time you gave up. Well, sure. Thanks, sir. Okay, so we got a picture of her. Let's see. Where is it? Ah, here. Gwen's photograph. Can barely see it. Portrait of a young, blonde, plainly dressed and posing chastely. Written on the back is, "To my chic with love." Chic. I assume that it means love or something. Did I check these barrels? I guess I did. Go away, you're scaring my customers. Ah, I knew it. What about you, sir? I'm losing my face. You mean literally or figuratively? I hope it's the latter. Well, since I don't know where else to go, let's see if I can enter this house here. There's someone in there, apparently. The door seems to be sturdily locked for a typical building of Arkham with such decrepitness. You hear approaching footsteps and a blunt, uneducated voice is heard from behind the door. Uneducated, yeah, I did read it correctly. Who's this? I'm at Absalom Cunningham. You? Get lost. Well, what else was I expecting? Let's try again. Paperboy? Get lost. Okay, I guess that won't be letting us in. So should we leave outside of town, I wonder? You know what? Let's leave outside of town. Just to say it, because I've never been outside of town before. You couldn't get outside of town in the demo. Okay, except that... Can we even go anywhere? Doesn't look like there's any locations where I can click onto. I guess not. We have to learn about some new locations before we leave. Okay, fair enough. No point to go outside if we don't know where we are even going. Now let's see, did I have anything I wanted to sell away? I did sell the camera and all the other stuff that I didn't want. I guess we have to show this to someone else. We showed it to Schmidt, the antique dealer, in the last episode, but he didn't really tell us that much about it and didn't want to have anything to do with it. Maybe we're supposed to find a cultist. Maybe an ex-cultist. Okay, anywhere else where I can go from here? We haven't been in the warehouse yet, have we? Or have we been? Dunno, let's go. Although I think we were warned not to go inside. Let's see. So far I see no one. I can hear some noises though. And why is the game a bit slower? The frame rate feels a bit slower. I don't know why. Okay, we got some food. That's great. That's great. And the grate is sealed shut. Do we need a key or can we break it open? Dunno. Do we have anything here? Alcohol, empty bottle, bottle of clean water, can of kerosene. Yeah, Good stuff. This seems to be blocked. The passage to the inner sections of the warehouse seems to be blocked by a vile combination of wooden boards, mud, twigs and dirt. Okay. All of the tools that are hanged upon this wall are frequently put to works, as evinced by the abundance of grease and fingerprints that seem to be smeared all over them, as well as the degree of wear they have so rigorously sustained. Okay, so we can craft here. No blueprints, no formulas. We got some recipes, Molotov cocktails. But yeah, we still need some salt for this. Well, there should be some wood in here, you would think. Okay, I was expecting some, I don't know, raven lunatics or even ghouls to be inside here, but I guess not. I guess not. Well, okay. Okay, there's not much here. Let's just leave. I guess we should go back to French Hill. We didn't explore everything in there. So, let's go there. Talk to some more people. I try to avoid the mob because I don't think that the mob will be very welcoming to us. Maybe if we were playing a criminal, then they would be more buddy-like and be friends. Can talk to these people. Already talked to you. And who are you, good sir? Not talkative type, huh? This beautiful mansion somehow remains unscathed and is obviously still occupied, though the relentless vein root have begun to assault it most aggressively, and there's something spooky going on inside too. But yeah, he doesn't want to talk. What about you? You see a determined but pallid-looking woman in her 30s. Her outfit hints at a metropolitan sensibility. You sense an air of hypocordia, whatever that is, about this mysterious woman. Excuse me, sir, I would like to ask you something, if I may. Please, madam, I'm listening. How can I refuse such a beauty? Well, please, madam, I'm listening. I'm looking for my husband, a slender, long-faced gentleman from Boston. His name is Randolph Carter. All I know is that he arrived in Arkham. Do you know him or his whereabouts? Okay, I see what's going on. I was thinking that this woman actually looks kind of familiar, and no wonder, because this woman is obviously modeled after Sonia Greene, and if you don't know who she is, she was H.P. Lovecraft's wife for 2 years before they divorced, and Randolph Carter is a character from Lovecraft stories. I don't remember which stories he's from, but allegedly Randolph Carter is, well, presumably was H.P. Lovecraft's alter ego as well. So this is a nice little detail. They made a character who looks like Sonia Greene, who is looking for Randolph Carter, aka H.P. Lovecraft, her husband or ex-husband. So yeah, nice little detail there. So anyway, do you know him or his whereabouts? I don't know if I have seen him, but the name does not ring a bell. I see. Thank you, sir. I better continue my search. Randolph the Dreamwalker. How did you get separated? I'm sorry, but I should be looking for him. Goodbye. We're not very talkative, are you? She living outside of town. This gives us the same map, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, goodbye, Sonia Greene. Alright, so yeah, that happened. Really like small details like that the developers added to this game. Even if not many people are going to get them. Who are you? Are you a resident of this house? I can't talk to you. Maybe it's because the door is in the way or behind you. Okay, fine. Can I talk to you? You see a typical Arkham resident, tired and decrepit looking. She looks at you uneasily. Good day, ma'am. My name is Absalom Cunningham. Good day? Where have you been living? Does it look like a good day to you? Oh no, you are one of those. She goes white with fear. Those raving lunatics. She starts to move away in panic. Excuse me. Okay, she thought we were one of the cultists. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think I read that before. And these kids do not want to talk to us. Leave. This place is ours. What's your own business, grown up? Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with them. Okay, so I can't enter the church. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I remember this guy now. He wanted the... What did he want again? Actually, let's check our journal. Okay, so... He claims that he's been denied entrance to Marino's bar and asked me to retrieve his pocket watch, which he stashed in the attic of the joint during his last stay. Okay, so we had to get to Marino's attic to get the watch for him. Okay. I met an unusually stylish woman, a young woman in French Hill, who had a dark mystique about her. She asked me whether I had seen her husband, going by the name Randolph Carter. A slender, long-faced man, was her words. I'll be sure to keep that in mind in case I run across him. And here, I finally unlocked safe deposit box 0, but it only raised new questions. There was an enigmatic poem inside the box. Was it meant to be a prophecy or set of veiled instructions? Perhaps both. The safe deposit box also contained a grotesque statue of one of the awakened. Will it help me? I wonder, or hasten my doom. The antique store might be a good place to start. Well, we did go there. I didn't learn much from Isidore. I should keep an eye out for someone who could tell me more about this frightening figure. A figurine, even. Okay, so we don't... Should I... I guess I should look at the note again. Okay, so let's actually read this way, just in case I don't make any mistakes. The soul of a scavenger of the seas shall be found inside a bottle of lead. The last wish of a bodiless starfarer shall be heard from a mouth not of flesh. A drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen unto the ruins once halls of wisdom, and the book shall be read which should not be read. That must be reference to Necronomicon. Only then you may wish to call me by the timeless stones on the nameless isle. Only then you may wish to walk by me between the endless realms of pitch black. Only then you may wish to call me by the timeless stones on the nameless isle. So we have to get to some weird island somewhere with stones in there. Specific stones with the Necronomicon. And read it there. Then the dismal man will reappear. Maybe. The soul of a scavenger of the seas shall be found inside a bottle of lead. Bottle of lead. The last wish of a bodiless starfarer shall be heard from a mouth not of flesh. A drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen under the ruins once halls of wisdom. A drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen under the ruins of once halls of wisdom. Once halls of wisdom. That may be referring to the Miskatonic University. And the book shall be read which should not be shared, which should not be read. Okay, so I think I know what it means. So we have to go to the Halls of Wisdom, which is the Miskatonic University, and that's where the Necronomicon is being stored. And we have to get that. And then once we get the Necronomicon, we have to go to the so-called Nameless Isle. And then read the book there, so the Dismal Man will come to us. I think I get it, but that doesn't really help us to get to the Miskatonic University itself. Okay, maybe I should take the risk and talk to these two, if they allow me. You better get out of our shooting range. Okay, fine. See, they're so hostile. So damn hostile. I was thinking that should I go to the old... Oh yeah, there were some other interesting people. New people in Old Eel House. Maybe I should go and talk to them. I know that one of the henchmen, whatever his name was it Carlos? Well, a Mexican Spanish guy is there. Yeah, you wait here. He is there, but I'm not gonna talk to him because I just don't have that many cigarettes anymore, so I don't want to hire him. And besides, I think we are doing just fine without him. You'll leave me alone, or... Well, sure, fine. Hello, young lady. You see a beautiful young woman with short hair, smoking a cigarette. There's a daring, carefree quality about her which is pretty rare in this town, especially these days. I can see that you are glancing towards this direction, sir. Perhaps we could turn this into a conversation. May I offer you a drink? Well, that's awfully nice of you. I don't drink, but I enjoy some company. That pleasure is mine, miss. Why, are you among those who believe that only men can buy drinks to women? Of course not. It's just that I'm accustomed to. Yeah. Well then, change your customs, sir. They should be buried somewhere in the 19th century along with the rotting corpse of the world. Everyone should know their place. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sure you didn't. You rarely mean to. But in the end, you often do. This is how the play is cast, right? She pours you a glass of whiskey and smiles. Forgive me, let's start from the beginning. May I learn your name? I'm Clara Bell. You would have probably known my name if things had gone right for once in my life. I was an actress. Heard the movie Hollow Hearts? No, unfortunately not. Not a surprise. It was never released. The critics saw it though. I remember one of them, Bill Hunt, approaching me after the special screening telling me, "You have got it, Clara. You are real star material." No need to say that he was drunk and flirty as a male baboon in mating season. Whatever. Later I had time to think about what he had said to me about this star material thing. You know, I have an eternity to reflect upon these things. Drinks from her whiskey. Star material. Why should I be some material after all? I see your point. I mean, I wanted to be an artist to defeat that notion in the first place, but you have to fit somewhere in there. I mean, your world. Be a good wife or be good fun. Oh, you are better than that. Be a good investment. All my life I wanted to be there, on the magazines, on the silver screen, all that jazz. But you know, sometimes I can't help thinking that this looks to the gloom of the outside world may actually be the better alternative, because I would never have quitted going for the top myself. We can't guess what God has in mind for us. You know what's the best for you? It seems you're trying hard to be pessimistic, optimistic even. It seems as you are trying hard to be optimistic. Well, we can't guess what God has in mind for us. You are right, sir. You would probably have to be crazy as him to get his point of view. So what are you doing? What are you doing in Arkham? As if she could go to anywhere else. I really wish I knew. It's a mystery to me as well. I was waiting for the release of Hollow Hearts at a hotel in LA when Bernie called. My manager. Bernie wanted me to meet a private funder in Arkham. So I hastily came to this forsaken place. I couldn't afford refusing such a thing, you know. When I arrived at the train station, Bernie was nowhere to be found. He was supposed to meet me there, but he never came. Well, did you see Bernie later? No, never. Everything before the Black Day seems blurry now. Did he really call me that day, or was it a dream? Did he ever arrive in Arkham? So what did you do next? I was too tired and confused. I decided to wait for Bernie here in Arkham for a few days, so I headed to the Essex Hotel. I think we have seen that. Oh yeah, I think that the mob is running that place now. Who could have said that it would be my new home for the rest of my life? So that's where you live. So you can still afford staying there? Dollar becoming obsolete and all. Let's just say that I have met the right people. You know, it was never really about the money. Money is just another way to display power. Survive my childhood and you'll know. What about your childhood? Oh, you are my psychiatrist now. Forget it. Skeletons are better left in the closet. Okay, I guess that's that. Interesting story. Now, this is the guy I wanted to talk to next. This very unkept old man who seems to be talking to his bag. Oh my, look at that face. You see a withered old man sitting bent over one of the tables. He appears to be in the midst of a heated argument with his bag. The fiery light in his yellowish eyes contrasts sharply with his weary physique. Yellowish eyes? Is this a terrible old man? You know, the main character from, The Terrible Old Man. It's a very short story. I get it, cut it out, I said. Dawkins, I tell you one last time, if I ever hear your bloody voice again, I'll break your damned piss pot of a bottle. Do you hear me? All of you. The old man suddenly turns to you and his fiery gaze meets yours. You are early, cabin boy. Good, sit down and drink some ale with me. Cabin boy, I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I too have a bag with little people inside. Who do you got in there? Well, let's just say that you're mistaken, sir. Have I? Or perhaps we're all in a ship, in a damned ship sailing through the black, forsaken waters, eh? Well, I guess you could say that. And that may make your cabin boy alright. I guess you could say that and see things that way. He turns to his back. What did you say to me, you foul-mouthed whore spawn? Sir, language, please. The old man turns to you again. Oh yes, the ship. Can its name be Arkham? He smiles a toothless smile. Alright. Perhaps there is wisdom in your words. You have clarified everything in my mind, sir, and that wonderfully makes sense. Yeah, let's say that. He is not with you again. Long Tom, just when I had thought you came to your bloody senses. No, I'll be sitting here drinking my ale, or whatever this horse piss is. He registers your presence again. What did you say, cabin boy? Apparently I too have a bag with little people inside. You made in my bag here. None of importance to you, just the low-life scum of the sea. Noden slut, like me. He hears something from the bag, which upsets him, as far as you can tell. How dare you, you horse-waggling bastard! Nodens. And upon dolphins, back on a vast, crenellate shell wherein rode the Grey Nodens, Lord of the Great Abyss. You'll learn more about him in your time on deck, cabin boy. You may even... Okay, we gained some knowledge, apparently. You may even serve the needs of the god of the great deep, like I do. Nodens is not like these cold, tyrannical, unfeeling gods that rule this realm now. He finds purpose in mortals, although rarely. Shut your trap, Peters! Okay, I better go. He is not with you again. Long Tom, just when I had thought you came to your bloody senses. Yeah, I think I read that. And we're just gonna repeat them, the conversation here now. Yeah, okay. A sudden vigilance burns in the old man's eyes. Tell me then, cabin boy, before you leave, why do ye follow the man who sails the whirlpools of reality? You mean the dismal man? Dismal? Yes, that's bloody fitting. Now answer me question, cabin boy. His voice has taken on a cold and intimidating tone. I believe he'll have answers to this mystery. He may have a hand in all of this, and if he does, he'll pay. I don't have anything better to do. Well, that's kinda true. What else could we be doing? I would like to join him. I don't want to spend the rest of my days here. He's pulling me to his spiderweb step by step, but the call is so sweet, irresistible. He's an old friend of mine, which is obviously a lie. I believe he'll have answers to this mystery. Perhaps he does, but ask yourself if those answers will actually make you feel better or worse than before. He suddenly bends down to his back. What? Peters found another one? Good boy. Alright, you'll have what you want. When? Whenever I decide to leave this rat hole of a tavern, of course. No one here is going anywhere. Okay. Can we talk to him some more? I guess not. So we can't just go upstairs, because we need to pay the owner first. But can we just have a quick visit there? Apparently not. We have to ask to rest there, and it's 40 cigarettes, almost half of our damn well, money, quote unquote money. Yeah, goodbye. You have a moment, please. Talking to me? You see a tipsy, talkative-looking blonde man leaning against the bar. His reddish eyes roam the room as if looking for someone. Sorry to bother you, sir, but may I ask a question? Go on. I see you have just arrived at Marino's fine establishment, and I was curious whether you happened to see a rustic-looking fellow hanging around outside. Rustic-looking fellow. Maybe he's referring to the guy who wanted us to get the pocket watch from upstairs. Well, or maybe not, because here it says I did, and it's a lie. Well, no, I didn't. You didn't? Good. I must have been imagining his primitive gaze upon my back. Let me introduce myself. I am Stanley Fredkin. I used to be a lecturer in the literature department at Miskatonic before committing wholly to my true intellectual passion, the study of folklore. But we can talk more about me later. In the meantime, may I buy you a drink, sir? Well, sure. People sure are offering us free drinks, even though we're not even that good looking. He turns to Marino. Some whiskey for this fine gentleman here, and not the usual rot gut you serve. Real whiskey, if you please. Here you go, sir. Stanley raises his glass and takes a sip of Marino's questionable whiskey. Now, what were we talking about? Well, since you used to work at Miskatonic University, maybe you know how to get in there? Why are you looking for the rustic man? You mentioned Miskatonic. Did you mean the university on Main Street? Like fairy tales? I like fairy tales. Would you care to share one? So you mentioned Miskatonic. Did you mean the university on Main Street? No, I meant the river. Don't people learn about major water bodies in the school these days? Forgive me, sometimes the sarcastic Stanley takes hold. Yes, I used to work at Miskatonic University. It is It is no boast to say I was a mighty fine instructor during my time at the university. What a sad day it must have been when the students learned I had chosen the path of the wandering folklorist. Is there anything you are not good at? What have you been studying lately? Oh, I see that I have aroused your interest. I have been known to have that effect on people. Been an intellectual inspiration and all. To get to your question, I have been in Vermont recording the legends of the winged ones of the hills. Ah, that's a reference to the Whisperer in Darkness story. A very profound topic indeed. From Pennacook midst of the legends of Governor Wentworth's colonial grants, you will find mention of these winged beings from the skies. Whispers of these creatures may be found even in the folklore of the distant Himalayas. Ah yeah, that definitely is a reference to Whisperer in Darkness. There must be a reason for these beliefs to be so widespread, right? Oh, and by the way, in case you didn't know, there's also a very faithful adaptation of the story, the Whisperer in Darkness movie, called, well, The Whisperer in Darkness, and it was made by H.P. Lovecraft's Historical Society, I think it was called. So yeah, if you happen to find a DVD of that movie somewhere, I highly recommend it. So go and buy it. It's a very good film. It was made in the style of the 1930s when the first Dracula and Frankenstein came out. So yeah, it's a very good film. I highly recommend it. Anyway, so what do you suspect is the reason? There are things I am willing to share for the benefit of the public good, and there are the things I am not. Forget it then. I rarely forget things, sir. One of the many advantages of a highly developed mind. So why are you looking for this rustic man? I'm afraid he is the one who is looking for me. I've had some minor problems with my current employer. Nothing I can resolve, of course, but I suspect he may have sent that illiterate to find me. And who is his employer? He's a foreign investor who is interested in my advice. I see. Another thing. Of course, sir. I'm glad to have the opportunity to engage in an intellectual conversation with another sophisticated mind. Rare in this town, huh? But enough about me. What's on your mind? Is there anything you're not good at? Other than the vulgar athletic disciplines? No, I don't believe so. I have always maintained that with a healthy brain, you can achieve anything. Remember these words, sir. Invest in your brain. Ah, good one. I'll keep that in mind. In this savage world, thanks for the advice. I'll keep that in mind. Now, what were we talking about? Well, could you share one of those fairy tales? No, not fairy tales. There's a difference. I am an expert on New England folklore, to be specific. I'm sure you have heard of my book, Kingsport Folk Tales. You must at least have heard about it, right? No, I haven't. I don't read that much. This book doesn't sound essential at all. I don't read that much, well, besides Bible. You don't? That must be true, else you would have heard of it. Now, what were we talking about? I guess nothing. Goodbye. So soon? Alright. Leave, sir. Your choice. He quickly tosses the remaining whiskey down. You are no different, of course. Sorry. Can't you recognize a person of natural quality? Do I have to tell you that out of all these people, all these clueless illiterates, I, Stanley Fredkin, have possibly discovered an escape from this hellhole. I was chosen. Sounds like you're actually a great fellow. Can I use that exit too? This place is getting boring. What are you talking about? He suddenly comes to his senses. Oh, nothing at all. Damn this wild whiskey of yours, Marino. I had better take my leave. A possible exit. Interesting. Good thing that we came here to talk to these people. Okay, let's check our journal real quick. A possible exit. I met a talkative folklorist named Stanley Fredkin at the Old Eel. Under the influence of Marino's cheap whiskey, he mentioned a possible way out of Arkham, as well as some mysterious contractor. Well, it's not like we can't get out of Arkham by ourselves. Already, we just don't have any. We just have no. We just have nowhere else to go on the map. Okay. What's this thing here? Usually this icon appears if there's a another falls to the. Wait, what's happening? I need to see this. You are going nowhere. Wait, what's happening here? All the people are running away. Well, not all of them. Oh yeah, that icon appears when there is a cinematic or something going on, or a cutscene rather. Okay, is something happening in French Hill? Let's go have a quick look-see then. Oh, more earthquakes. Wait, great. So anything happening here? Not that I can see, no. Who are you? Item gained. A rustic-looking fellow approaches you with a note in his hand. He puts the small, folded paper in your hand. What is this? He wanders away without a word. Conversation request with the outsider. Okay, but before we talk to... Can we talk for a second? Yes, just a moment. What is this note? An invitation. I finally found the exit that I mentioned to you. I can get us out. Meet me in my house at number 39 Main Street. Stanley Fredkin. Okay. Okay, well... Yeah, we can talk. The outsider speaks as the rustic-looking man leaves. Was he a servant carrying the word of his lord? You could say that. Last time I saw his master, he looked to be in considerable trouble. I guess we'll learn more about them soon. You could say that. That's it. Okay, I was expecting a bit more than that, but okay. So on Main Street, it's this here, right? Or let's see. Oh wait, it's there. Okay. Have to go all the way here. Have I been playing for an hour now? No, apparently not. But I think that this is a good place to stop. Is that Julian? Julian's corpse. Poor boy. That heartless maniac killed him. Oh no. Yeah, now he's repeating himself. Upon immediate scrutiny, you'd deduce that his wounds, which extend from collar to groin, were inflicted by a broad blade with a singular, almost preternaturally keen edge. Every single thrust performed right through muscle, sinew and bone. Well, shit. Don't want to talk. Nope. What about you? The Arkham resident is looking at the mutilated corpse, as if hypnotized by the slowly burgeoning pool of blood that threads its way through the cobblestones of the doomed town. Oh, he doesn't look like he's enjoying himself. Poor kid. The man suddenly starts shouting, "The stabber! The stabber has killed again!" Stabber? The Arkham Stabber. Where have you been living, sir? I think this is the third victim. All butchered, stabbed until they end up like poor Julian here. You mean like a honeycomb? Julian, you know this man? Well, what do you know about this Arkham Stabber? Nobody has any idea who he is. Even the mob can't catch him. Some say he's a demon, others speculate that he is a loony of the worst kind. How do you know the Stabber is a he? I don't. He could be a she. I would only be fair after what those brutes did to all the... He becomes aware of the mob first standing nearby. Never mind, I had better go. Julian, you know this man? He shakes his head. Not a bad fellow. Used to stay at the Essex Hotel. He didn't deserve such a fate. Nobody deserves. Looks at the hardly recognizable corpse on the ground in horror. That. Who deserves what they reap here? The man turns and looks at you. Although he remains silent, you sense his wordless acknowledgement. Okay. Oh, what's this? As you're about to leave the site of the gruesome murder, you notice something odd about the hobo standing nearby. The man begins to shake as if in the throes of a seizure, and his pupils transform from black to a murky white. Abruptly he kneels, as if possessed by an unknown force, dips his hand in the blood pool on the pavement and begins to draw a star-like symbol on the ground, with the dead man's freshly spilled bodily fluid. As you are watching this scene in bewilderment, the milky eyes turn directly at you and the broken man speaks in an ominous tone, completely alien to his appearance. Your path crosses with the dead one. This simple flight of a soul will uncover more. Oh, I couldn't read what he said. Because we didn't, you moron. If only I could read their... If only I could read what they said down here. Oh look, Sherlock Holmes blows the fucking case open. Was it this man who did it? The man abruptly comes to his senses and stands up looking puzzled. Seeing the state of his hands, he goes into a tizzy. What happened to me? Am I hurt? Why have you gone all wide-eyed and malicious? You scared me. That's not your blood. It's not? Then why is it all over me? He begins to compulsively rub his palms against his dirty clothes as he stalks away. It must be that psycho killer. Can I talk to you? The two of the mob's cannon fodder are speaking below their breaths. They seem unaware of your presence. Corley, it seems the Stabbers sent another fella to the big sleep. Should I bring word to their face? You get paid to be this dumb, Marlon. He points at the corpse with his chin. Does he seem like a man of the face to you? No, Corley. Then think about it. Is it really necessary to take these to their face ourselves? Don't you remember how mad the boss got when that gumshoe Wilkins failed to find that psycho Stabber? Wilkins? You watch the burly man struggle to compute the information. You mean that fatso detective whose arm we cut off? The one staying at the eel? So there's a one-armed detective staying at the eel now. See, you can't be smart when you need to. Then you must have been there when the boss got hot onto the collar after that idiot. After that idiot Wilkins told him he couldn't find out who the Stabber is. That was a lot of words at one time, Corley. Let me think. The boss got mad that day. So do I take the word to him or not? The man sighed deeply. Marlon, I sometimes sincerely wish I was a fucking wall, you know, pointing at the nearby wall, like that one over there, a simple, unpainted, indifferent brick wall. A wall? Why is that, Corley? So I could simply be, without needing to comprehend your bullshit, Marlon. The mob gun takes a deep breath. Look, I plan to not be around when the boss learns that the stabber psycho is still on a rampage. You better do the same. He looks at the corpse on the floor one last time. He is not one of us anyway. Who gives a crap? Let's beat it, Marlon. Turning to leave, the two mobmen spot you standing nearby. What the fuck are you looking at, sheep? I heard the Arkham stabbers struck again and came to see for myself. Nothing, gentlemen. Drop your eyes. Let's say I overheard a few things. Well, let's not say that. I heard the Arkham stabbers struck again. Well, this is not the Arkham Ball or some damned fairground attraction. You better mind your own business before Marlon makes you the main attraction. He may be my own personal tormentor, but when it comes to whacking the likes of you, he's a straight-up virtuoso, if you catch my drift. Forgive me, but I don't have time to stay for the performance. Let's say I overheard few things. If you're looking for trouble, you just found it. Well, let's not pick up a fight with these mobsters, at least not just yet, especially when there is a hotel full of them right next to us. Forgive me, but I don't have time for such performance. Goodbye. Or I don't have time to stay for the performance even. Okay, what about this? The blood on the ground, which once coursed through the veins of the remorselessly slaughtered victim, has been used by an entranced hobo to draw an electric symbol. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, but where is the... What was the... Was it 39? 39, yes, that's the house. Okay, but like I said, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. And in the next episode, well, let's finally enter this house where the blonde folklorist is in, and hear what he has to say. So, until next time. Thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones.